Hello and Assalamu alaikum. Ultrascan Diagnostics here. This is the CBCT of the patient which you requested. The area of interest is the upper left first molar, which has a grossly carious tooth, which is a grossly carious tooth. This has either a temporary restoration or a restoration. We can see that the caries has infiltrated. Now on the transaxial view, you can see that the caries has infiltrated quite deep. This is the temporary restoration. The caries is invading the pulp chamber, and the pulp horns appear to be involved as well. We've got three roots in this tooth, and we've got three canals, which we will show you. The working length is approximately 21.4 millimeters for the palatal, and then we've got the mesial. The working length approximately is going to be 18 millimeters in the mesial, and the working length for the distobuccal canal is going to be approximately 18.7 millimeters as well. Now, taking you to the to the axial view. On the axial section, you can clearly see this is the tooth in question. This one, that's the first molar. Here we can see this is this is the cavity right there. So this is the cavity. It's quite deep. It's on the mesial side. This is the pulp chamber involved in the cavity. The pulp chamber then separates into three distinct canals. We've got the palatal, the distobuccal, and the mesobuccal. We have a very faint, very faint um, MB2 present, but they join to form one at the apex, so there's no separate apex for the MB2. It's very faint, it's at the mid root level, so you cannot see an orifice for the MB2. There we go. We don't see any orifices for the MB2, so this is the MB1 orifice. Moving into the root, we've got very slight mid root level. We can see that there's a faint shadow of an MB2, and then they join together to form one at the apex. Looking at the transaxial view of this is the mesial one canal, the distal one canal, and on the mesial, just show you this is the absolutely single canal here, and then there's a very faint MB2 present right here. So we don't see a canal tract going from the pulp chamber, so we could safe to say that only a single canal will be able to be obturated. But if we can't see any signs of an MB2. So that's the upper left first molar. The upper left second molar has a cavity, a class 1 cavity. The upper left third molar also has a slight bit of a cavity present. The lower left for third molar is impacted, is horizontal, and is grossly carious. Can be bothering the patient because the cavity appears to be very deep. The lower left second molar also has a distal caries present. Moving to the lower right third molar, we can see that the lower right third molar is horizontally impacted. The inferior alveolar nerve is in close contact with the apex of the tooth because the inferior alveolar canal is lingual to the apex of the lower right third molar. So this is something that the doctor who's extracting it needs to be very well aware of. The upper right third molar is grossly carious as well, so this needs to be addressed as soon as possible. So if there are any other further questions, please feel free to reach to our team. Thank you very much.